Hello, everyone, and welcome to the St. Francis Preparatory School Virtual College Fair, and thank you for joining us today. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A feature on your screen to ask questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are both off, so our panelists cannot see nor hear you. This is just one of many different sessions being offered, so be sure to sign up for more. And this presentation will be recorded and will be available in about a week at strivescan.com/s FP. Thank you. And with that, I'll hand it over to our first school, which is Endicott College.
Excellent. Thank you. I'm going to start screen sharing as I kind of introduce myself. Thanks for stopping in this afternoon, this evening, everybody. My name is Joe Flynn. I'm the Assistant Director of Admission with the team at Endicott. I do want to be respectful of time, so I'm going to try to cover a lot. But hardly is this going to be exhaustive because there really is a lot to cover with Endicott. But we will kind of jump right into it. There we go. This is kind of, I think, a great one, kind of the big intro to, especially if you're unfamiliar with Endicott. We kind of refer to very often as this hidden gem up in the North Shore, about 20 miles north of Boston. And actually our new acting president, Dr. Stephen DeSalvo, who is an alum of St. Francis Prep, is kind of doing the rebranding there. No longer a hidden gem, just a gem up on the North Shore. Of course, a smaller school, just below 3,000 students. Certainly wide-reaching, though. I mean, you can see 30 states, 38 countries, definitely a widespread net. And a very residential school, and we'll kind of talk about that in a little bit. No doubt, due to the 3 private beaches. And of course, we'll kind of touch on some of those later as well. But a nice little intro to kind of who is Endicott. Of course, one of the big pieces to discuss is the academic side of what makes Endicott special, and really 3 pieces that make it, what it is. The liberal arts core, we are a liberal arts school. It's going to make up our kind of general education requirements. The major, right, a pretty wide and deep selection of programs to select from, and then internship, which is definitely kind of the standout on the more academic side. This model, which requires students to complete 3 internships over their 4 years, is actually nationally ranked number 2 in the nation by the Wall Street Journal for career readiness and preparation through internship. Just some really outstanding stuff. And the outcomes here really answer the question of why, right? I mean, to see that nearly 98% of students employed full-time within 6 months is incredible. To know of those, just about 90%, it's in your major. So we're not just getting a job, it's the job, right? The one you've worked really, really hard for. And then, of course, to see that nearly a third of students, that job is coming from one of their internship sites. To know the network you're building for yourself is real and tangible, and the relationships are turning into things. To know that this is not just something to put on the resume, but the start of a career is really spectacular and definitely an exciting piece of the academic model and really just kind of everything going together there. Of course, there's a lot happening outside the classroom as well. You saw it before. I mean, an incredibly residential campus. A little over 90% of students are going to be on campus on weekends. And that's, I mean, Monday to Sunday busy, but nice to know that students are here on weekends as well. Proximity to Boston, I think, is a huge reason for that. It's so easy to zip into the city, a half hour if you take the train. Take advantage of everything Boston has to offer. Of course, Beverly, an incredible city in its own right next to the Salem, Massachusetts, and then historic Gloucester in the other direction. But campus itself, vibrant. I mean, you're looking at the big list of clubs and orgs right now, really is kind of the something for everyone. Very, very vibrant visual and performing arts. There for a student who's been performing and practicing their whole life, but I also love to encourage that student who maybe does not bring experience with them, but has a passion. Always go for it. Very competitive athletics. We actually just saw our national third national championship this weekend. So really exciting stuff there with facilities on campus. So big turnouts on game day. And then facilities are on campus as well. So really easy to be there and support teams. And of course, study abroad, which is a little different than the rest of student life, right? I mean, it's anywhere but here. A very active program that we're seeing close to 40% of students take advantage of. So we really try to encourage students to have that worldly perspective. Hardly exhaustive when talking about student life, but a nice summary. The last kind of big piece I guess want to leave everybody with is the question of who is coming to Endicott. This class profile really is the best way to look at that. That's for the class of 2020. So of course, we're about to get that number for the class of 2021. But to see that average GPA and average SAT, but more importantly, the range, that middle 50%, right? To know that half of incoming students fell between that 3.1 to just about a 3.9. Much more authentic sense of what does this incoming Endicott student look like when kind of saying, is this the spot for me from an academic standpoint? And of course, some of the other admission criteria up here as well, but I won't dive into too deeply. I'm happy to answer those questions, in a more private conversation. The last thing, because like I said, I do want to be cognizant of time, is kind of the why Endicott. I think some great bullets up here. The 3 internships always get a lot of attention. The 3 beaches, most definitely. The strength of the faculty, but I think the strength of the community. I mean, really is a special place. I can describe it all day. You have to be here to see and feel it. So hopefully we see everybody on campus soon. You get a chance to visit. I'll leave this up for another minute or so, or even, less. Just if anyone has my contact email or phone as that kind of representative to St. Francis Prep. But thanks so much for your time this afternoon, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe. Seton Hall University is our next school to present.
Let's see if
Hi all, my name is Rachel Dorch. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at Seton Hall. A little bit about my role. I'm here to help you guys out with the admissions process. Any questions about majors, financial aid, all of that goes through me. So kind of think of me as like your bridge to Seton Hall. So we are a private Catholic 4-year institution. We are located in South Orange, New Jersey. So from you guys, maybe about 35-minute car ride. Where we're located at is in a suburban residential area. So everything you need is very close by, whether it's grocery stores, restaurants, movie theaters, public transportation, everything you need is close by. We are a campus of about 6,000 students, so that means it's large enough for you to know people's faces, but you won't know everyone's name walking around campus. We have an average class size of 21, which is typically like a high school class size, and a student to faculty ratio of 14:1. Those large lecture halls you might see at TV or even on at bigger institutions, you're really not going to see that on our campus. We have a ton of academic programs. Any type of program you can think of, we probably have. We have a lot of dual degree programs at Seton Hall. So let's take our health and science programs for example. Anyone who's interested in physical therapy, physician's assistant, or occupational therapy, those are all 3+3 programs, meaning that first number is going to be how many years you spend working on your undergraduate degree, and that second number is going to be how many years you been working on your professional degree. We also have dual law programs, dual business programs, and so forth. All of our undergraduate programs are direct admit, and we do have 100% employment rates for most of our business, education, and health science majors. Now, an overarching theme of all of our academic programs, no matter what major you are, is this internship component. So we are ranked number 4 in the nation for providing internship opportunities for our students. It's what we are most known for academically. Overall, we have a 92% employment rate, and 81% of our students are going to have at least 1 or more internships. We really value having that hands-on experience at Seton Hall. We really don't want you in the classroom. We want you to go out, learn, explore, figure out what you like and what you don't like, and really develop that professional network while you're at Seton Hall, as opposed to waiting until after you graduate. The little graphic that you're looking at is a very small fraction of where we have had students intern. Now, my favorite thing about the school is our students. What I love most about our students is that they have a really good balance between working hard and playing hard. So they understand they are there to get a good education. However, they're there to have a good time. They're there to have that college experience. Our students are heavily involved on our campus, whether it's participating in the many student organizations we have, the 22 Greek organizations we have, or just the events that we have on campus. In 2 weeks, we are having a spring carnival that our students are looking forward to. Last semester, we had Jason Derulo. He came in for a virtual concert, which is fun. So something's always happening on our campus. So to talk a little bit about money, 98% of our students are on some type of Seton Hall aid. That is not counting FAFSA money that you might get from the government. That's just counting Seton Hall money that we provide our students. So we give over $100 million in grants and scholarship each year. We have something called a university scholarship, which is our merit-based scholarship. And the way that works is the higher your GPA, the more money in aid and scholarship you're able to receive. This university scholarship is automatically applied to acceptance students' accounts. So there is no need for you to apply to that scholarship. It's automatically done for you. We also have a whole host of special scholarships that students can apply to on their own. Now, to talk a little bit about our application, we have 2 early action dates, November 15th and December 15th, and 2 regular decision dates, February 1st and March 1st. Things that you need to submit is, of course, the application. It could be either the Seton Hall app or the Common App. There's no difference. There is a fee, but I'm your admissions counselor. Reach out to me. I'll give you a fee waiver code, so don't worry about that. You will need your essay, transcripts, a counselor report, which is similar to a recommendation letter, as well as a teacher recommendation letter. This year, we will be going test optional for all of our academic programs except our Joint MD program. If you want more information on that, feel free to reach out to me and I will be happy to provide you with that. Outside of that, again, we will be going test optional for all of our programs. I like to suggest to students, if they have the opportunity to, take your SAT or ACT, let me know what you get and I can better advise on how you should submit your application. To give you an idea of our averages, we have an average GPA of 3.6, average SAT of 1235, and an average ACT of 27. We have some pretty high averages, so I like to tell students, if you're around that 81, 85 mark for your GPA, that's gonna make you a strong candidate for admission. I just talk a lot about SATs and averages, but I really want to let students know that we do a holistic review of your application, meaning, yeah, we want to know who you are as a student, but we also want to know who you are as a person. So we do pay close attention to your essays as well as your recommendation letters. Another way to make your application stand out is to demonstrate interest. We want students that are interested in Seton Hall. So I'll talk to you a little bit more about demonstrated interest and put my email in the chat. We are also offering in-person tours. I'll put that information in the chat as well. And we would love for you to come visit us, whether it's now or over the summer.
Awesome. Thank you, Rachel. Next up, we have Marymount Manhattan College.
Hello, everyone, and good evening. I hope you guys are having a good Thursday today. My name is Taz. I would be your admissions counselor for Marymount Manhattan College. So I'm just going to jump right into it. There we are. That, of course, that's an image of Manhattan. I'm pretty sure we're all familiar. We are on the Upper East Side of New York City. The Q train is literally right by our campus, and the 6 train is about 5 blocks away next to Hunter College. Those other 2 markers that you see, the top marker is our campus, and the other 2 markers, the one in the middle and the one at the bottom, is our residence halls. We definitely like to say that Manhattan, the city, is our campus just because we are so spread out. We are a small private liberal arts school. We have 1,900 undergraduates total, which equates to that 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So we also have a small classroom size for you. So if you're looking for that lecture hall, I'm sorry, it's not us. We really like to give that individualized attention to our students so we can really get you on the track that you want to be on and get you some opportunities and experiences. We do have about 32 majors for you to choose from, which you'll see throughout the presentation. And at the bottom are just our statistics. So as you see, the average GPA is 3.6, average SAT is 1100, and average ACT is 24. If you're looking at this and you're thinking, this is a bit too high, don't worry about it. Just like my predecessor, we also take a holistic review. We look at your recommendation letter, your essay. We really try to get an idea of who you are as a person before we make our decision. And then of course, there is something, we do have a program called the Higher Education Opportunity Program. Definitely contact me so I can give you more information about that if you feel that your grades aren't up to par. However, if you're starting to meet these averages or even surpass them, then perfect. We can definitely talk about scholarships. So this is just a quick breakdown of our student profile. Many students think we are just a inner city school, when we actually have students coming from all over nationally. I also recruit in Pennsylvania in the DMV area. So as you can see, that pie in the middle, we do have a number of out-of-state students. So you're not just surrounded by New York City kids, you will be meeting other individuals from all over the country. So this is just a list of our majors. Definitely take a gander, screenshot. I'm happy to say we recently added a BFA in creative writing and a BFA in film and media. So if that is something you think you may be interested in, definitely apply to them. As of now, we don't have any requirements. You can just enter the major and go as necessary. What I like to highlight about our majors is that it's very easy for our students to double major. That's because we have something called double dipping. So you can take one course and you can satisfy a requirement for 2 separate majors. So any MMC student that you talk to, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be double majoring in probably communications or business or acting and marketing, who knows? And we have it like this because we really want our students to figure out what it is they want to do. So if you started as a psychology major and then you realize you don't like psychology, that's perfectly fine. Whatever you took as that major can easily transfer over to another major. So you're not pushing yourself back. You're gonna still graduate on time and on that track. So our career services, we have something called the City Edge program that is embedded with our career services. And this is something that you're already paying for. It's already part of your tuition. So take full advantage of it. With our City Edge program, we really try to get you out into the city. Like I said, we like to say the city is our campus, and we have a lot of partnerships with businesses in New York City. So definitely go out, get some internships. We definitely try to pair you with mentoring and shadowing just to really get that experience. We really want our students to be very well prepared when it's time for them to graduate. If you find your own internship, bring it to the professor. 9 times out of 10, the professors are also going to help you. And then we also have a boutique in terms of getting you very well dressed for your internship. We're already getting you out there, building your experience, building your resume. Now it's time to go and impress in person. So we do also provide a boutique for you to impress. And with internships, you can get up to 5 internships for credit. So you're knocking off credit and experience. And every time you get an internship, if it is not paid, we will pay you. We don't like the idea of free labor. So we will be giving you a stipend if you do acquire an internship that doesn't pay you. We do have a number of organizations for you to take a part of. It's probably very small, but at the bottom, those are just a short list of what we do have. In the fall, we have something called Apple Fest, and in the spring, we have something called Strawberry Fest. Basically, what we do, we shut down the entrance that our college is located on, and it's a huge block party. It's a great opportunity for our organizations to come up, set up a table. It's also a great opportunity to get part-time jobs, and it's a festival. It's a block party. It's a great way to get acclimated into the Marymount Manhattan community as a first-year student. So it's a good way to help just get you situated. I know you're probably new, so this is a good way to do it. So application requirements, we are in Common App. If you don't feel like doing Common App, we do have our own application. We do require an essay, at least one letter of recommendation, a high school transcript. We are test optional for fall 22, so that's something we're very happy for. If you like your scores and you want to submit them, you're very welcome to. However, if not, you don't have to. And we do charge a $60 non-refundable application fee. I will be putting my specific email in the chat, so definitely save that, hold on to it, and just send me an email when it's time to apply. And I see that my queue is up. That is the tuition right there, $37,000 if you want to commute, $56,000 if you want to live on campus. You are offered merit-based scholarships as soon as you apply. You will be reviewed. There's nothing else you have to do. If you are fine in performing our students, you can apply for a competitive scholarship. And that is our information at the end. Definitely feel free to get in contact with us and stay connected. And I thank you for your time this evening.
Awesome. Thank you, Tess. Next up, we have Iona College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julia Frampton. I'm an admissions counselor at Iona. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hope junior year has been going well. All right, so I always like to start my presentation by talking about why students in the past have decided on Iona. So 94% of our students are employed or enrolled in graduate school just 6 months after graduation in their field, which includes numbers even from this past graduating year of 2020, which is something we're really proud of at Iona. We know it was definitely a bit of a volatile market for our seniors to be graduating into, and have remained really successful. We have a 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio. Our average class size is around 20 to 25 undergraduate students. 100% of our admitted students actually receive scholarship and financial aid. I'll go a little bit more into what that scholarship model looks like. We're located 30 minutes from Midtown Manhattan. We're in Westchester County in New York. So it's a very quick train ride into Midtown Manhattan, 30-minute train ride to Grand Central Station. We were ranked 19th in the nation in Money Magazine's list of most transformative colleges just last year, and actually ranked #1 in the county that we're in, Westchester County, by pay scale for graduating seniors starting with their starting salaries. So there's a lot of really awesome things happening at Iona. I'm going to talk briefly about a few of them. This is a picture of our campus just to give you a good idea of our size. We're an undergraduate school of 3,000 students. So like I mentioned before, with the smaller class sizes, we have pretty compact classes. You can walk from one end to the other of campus in about 10 minutes. And what I always like to point out on this slide is that though we're a smaller school, we are one that's continually growing. Even in the past 2 years, we've had 3 new structures on campus. So one of them being our new entrepreneurship center, which is in the middle right of this screen. Our newest dorm building in the bottom right-hand screen was completed a few years ago. So we are a school that's constantly growing and expanding. This is a list of our academic programs. We have 2 schools at Iona, the School of Arts and Science and the School of Business. When you apply to Iona, you're applying to the college overall. So you don't have to decide on your specific major until starting the 2nd semester of your freshman year all the way till the end of your sophomore year. We really give students those first 2 years to take a lot of their liberal arts core classes, test out a few different majors so that they make sure that when they declare their major, it's absolutely what they want to do. Something I always point out in this slide too is that we have quite a few dual degree and joint degree programs for students who know they already want to pursue a degree beyond their bachelor's. If they want to get their master's, their doctorate, their JD, we want to assist with that. So we have quite a few partnerships, one actually with the school on this panel tonight, Seton Hall, with their JD program. We also have a brand new nursing major. This is something that we just announced last year. We're so excited about. We're welcoming our first undergraduate class this fall of 2021. Along with this nursing program, we also have a brand new nursing facility on campus, as well as many partnerships already set up for all of our students to do their clinical experience. This is a test optional program. Getting ahead of myself, all our programs are test optional, but I really like to make that known specifically for our nursing. Something that we really pride ourselves in are the internship opportunities that we offer students. Again, 94% of our students are in a job in their fields or in graduate school 6 months after graduation. Huge part of that are due to the internships. So because like a few schools here, having that really close proximity to New York City, our students get to do their internships during the semester. You don't have to wait for your summer or your winter break in order to do these internships. And we actually have, with our Career Center here on campus, many different internship fairs and expos where we invite companies on campus that allow you to network with them, pass along your resume, pass around your information to land those internships. And these are just some that students have been able to participate in the past few years. We are a Division I school. We have 21 Division I sports at Iona. probably most popularly our men's basketball team. We actually made it to the NCAA championship for this past year, which we've done, many years, which we were so excited about. Didn't make it past the first round, but definitely put up a good fight. And our men's track and field team is arguably our most successful. They've won the past 22 championships in a row. So an extremely incredible, strong team. And if anyone's interested in Division I, we have recruiting forms right on our website. That's the best way for coaches to get your information and to start that line of communication with them. To go a little bit into the application process, we're available on the Common App. We are requiring your transcript, obviously, as well as a letter of recommendation from your counselor and your teacher. We're looking for the personal essay. And as I mentioned, we are test optional. We were test optional actually prior to this year. We're going to continue to be so. And we actually don't even consider SAT or ACT scores for scholarship consideration. I mentioned before, 100% of our students receive some form of merit scholarship. That is based off of your GPA. We are totally test optional. In terms of deadlines, we have an early decision deadline for December 1st. That's a binding decision. Early action December 15th and regular decision February 15th. Our application opens up in August. So definitely not too early to start talking to teachers about recommendation letters and things like that. And again, just a little more information about scholarship, financial aid. Beyond the merit scholarship we award, I always encourage students to file their FAFSA. And we have some additional scholarship opportunities too. So this year we have a scholarship for students who want to do community service at Iona. We have a scholarship for students who want to participate in our performing arts. And we expect to have those and to have similar ones next year as well. So we want to make sure that the scholarship you're receiving is really personal to you as well. And I'll leave you with your admissions counselor's information. His name is Raymond Garrow. Feel free, I'll put it in the chat as well. But I just want to let you know we are hosting tours on campus 7 days a week. So please feel free to sign up and come and see Iona College. Thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you, Julia. Our next school is going to be the College of Mount St. Vincent.
Thank you.
Great. I'm not entirely sure what anyone's releasing it, very sure what, because we're just not included in those conversations as of at this level right now. So I'm assuming they're going to make the announcement sooner rather than later, because we have a lot of our girl students that work for us asking.
Hold on, trying to get this to start.
So
All right, we're good to go. So my name is Andrew Creel. I'm the Associate Director for Admission here at the College of Mount St. Vincent. And just like my other colleagues here on this call, we're another institution that is available to all students applying to a college in New York City. Our school motto is all dreams welcome. And for that reason alone is why I attended here and graduated from here, because any dream that a student truly has pursuing in higher education is afforded here at Mount St. Vincent. So a couple of our programs that we have offered, we'll get one thing out the way right now, is our undergraduate tuition. So we have about a $39,500 total tuition cost. And if you wanted to live on campus, is another $12,000. So write that down or put it down in your iPhone notes so you're aware of it while I go out through the presentation. A couple different things. If you consider filing the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, our school code is 002703. You need that code to make sure that we receive your FAFSA and get you a financial aid package. Tuition Assistance Program, which is TAP, our code is 0130, another financial program that you can file here in New York State. A couple of our merit scholarships, 100% of our incoming students receive a merit scholarship ranging from $15,000 up to $27,000. So ultimately, if you got a GPA around 75, or even if you got a GPA up to 95, you're still gonna receive some type of merit aid from us here at CMSB. We do it based on a recalculated cumulative GPA. So I'll take all of your high school grades from freshman to junior year, add them up, divide it by the total number, and then I get you a new GPA to see where you fall along the line of our scholarship. We also have premier scholarships available to high achieving students. Seton Service and Leadership Award is a program that we've had here for years, and it's available to all students interested in community service. Volunteer Writing Award is for any students that want to pursue a career in writing or English. And Corazon C. Aquino Award is another award that we offer to students of Filipino descent with high achieving grades. We just awarded a student in Preston High School locally in the Bronx and 2 other students in New Jersey. A couple fast facts. I invite all of you to write one down that sticks out to you or even put it in your iPhone notes. We were founded in 1847 by the Sisters of Charity, a 13-to-1 student faculty ratio. And I think my favorite one, and ultimately why I think I succeeded here as well, we're the 6th most diverse college in the nation. And I think that's a true testament to our application and admission process as well. We look to get students from all over the country. Currently, we have students from 28 different states and 7 different countries here on campus, whether it may be for athletic reasons or for academic interests as well. And we also have over 50 academic programs, going back to the motto of all dreams welcome. We're here to give you the option to study whatever you want here at CMSV. Our top 5 majors that students apply into is nursing, biology, business, psychology, and sociology. To that credit as well, we also have an honors program available for a top 10% of our incoming class and also top 5% of nursing majors. On campus, what I really love as well, we're a 70-acre gated campus in the northwest section of Riverdale, but we also have our own facilities here on campus as well. Business trading lab, TV studio, radio station, nursing clinical spots on campus as well. And we're also building a new building, which I'll get into a little bit later. Areas of study, these are just a couple more of the ones that we offer. And you can also check out our website, mountstvincent.edu, to see the rest of the majors that we offer, along with graduate programs. Mount Pathways, you've heard of these from other schools as well. HEOP, Higher Education Opportunity Program, another opportunity for students to attend college for free. You have to meet 2 requirements, one financial and one academic. You can reach out for more information to see if you fall along those lines to our counselor. The Mount Access Program is something that we created here at Mount St. Vincent for students who demonstrate the potential and motivation to succeed in college, but whose test scores and high school grades need extra support. Overall, you will receive another counselor while you're here on campus and also be in a group with other students just like yourself. The last one is TRIO. This is a federally funded program for first generation, low income students or students with a disability, whether it may be an IEP or 5-4. It doesn't matter what it is. We're here to help students succeed, whether you're a 95 high achieving student or you're just still figuring it out with a 75 to 80 GPA. Residential life, I mentioned that new building we're building. We're building it in honor of the former female president of the Philippines and alum of the college, Corazon A. Aquino, which will be a new residential dorm for incoming students, along with 2 floors of nursing simulation labs. We're also a very safe campus as well. We have 1 exit and 1 enter into campus, and all of our residential buildings have carded access. So that means if I'm a freshman living in a freshman dorm, I am only allowed to go into that building and not into a senior dorm or vice versa. We also have licensed campus security personnel on staff from 12 midnight till 7 a.m. Outside the classroom, academics is not all college is about. It's about building yourself and also building as a leader as well. All of these clubs were developed by students and still ran by students on campus. We have Black Student Union, Student Government Association, Mount MDs, Mount Media. And the other cool thing about this as well, if you want to start your own club, all you need is 5 student signatures and 1 faculty rep. So literally the world is yours. Also, with that being 12 miles from Midtown Manhattan by the Metro North, the buses and the trains, a lot of our students intern at big names in Manhattan, ABC, ESPN, New York Presbyterian. And the really great thing about that as well, students who intern there also work there after college if they're lucky enough to get a job. Since we are a Division III institution, we're also in the Skyline Conference and compete with a lot of schools out in Long Island, in Newburgh as well. We have 14 NCAA athletic teams. And if you're interested in becoming an athlete, all you have to do is fill out the recruit form on cmsvathletics.com. Lastly, student life. Our students are so passionate about what they do here, not only in the classroom, but outside the classroom. They host different events such as Homecoming, Spring Fest, Founders Day, and hopefully for this upcoming May, a full senior week for our graduating seniors. Lastly, this is what the admission numbers were for fall 2019. We usually had a GPA of about 88, recalculated to an 85, and usually we have an average SAT of about a 1050. It's not determined yet if we're going to be test optional for the fall, but more than likely, I do think we're going to be test optional to stay up with the current trends. You can apply on the Common App or the CMSV app, and all we need is 3 things: college essay, high school transcript, and your SAT scores if needed. Lastly, these are our dates for the upcoming year. And then I'll leave you with this. To see more of an in-depth day-to-day life of our students on campus, follow us at CMSV Admissions on Instagram. This is where all of our student tour guides take over for a day in the life. And we also have other pieces of content that are engaging to you. And I highly, highly recommend to stay up to date. You follow us there. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Andrew. Our last school to present is going to be Fairfield University.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for coming tonight. My name is Hattie. I'm an admission counselor at Fairfield University. I'm also a 2016 Fairfield grad. So I clearly love the place. I had a great undergrad experience there, and I love being on the other side now and helping students like yourselves with this college process. So let's just go through a few highlights here. If my slideshow is going to start for me, great. Okay. This opening shot right here, this is Bellarmine Hall, which is our oldest building on campus and definitely a real campus hallmark. You have your freshman convocation there during your first week of school, and then you also graduate up at Bellarmine. So it's really kind of where you come full circle, and it's definitely a really special building to everyone at Fairfield because of all the special moments that happen there. And from the back lawn up there, you can actually see out to the Long Island Sound, which brings me to what I think is probably one of the more unique and one of the best things about Fairfield, which is our location. We are located in Fairfield, Connecticut, right in Fairfield County. We have a 240-acre sprawling, green, gorgeous campus. Campus is located about 2 miles away from the Long Island Sound, from the water. So we're so lucky to be in kind of a beach town. About half of our senior class lives on the beach, which is a huge perk of senior year, speaking from experience, but fun for all of us to be by the water. But Fairfield is also only about an hour and 15 minutes by train into New York City. Definitely not as close as some of my colleagues here today, but it's nice to have the city close enough that our students can easily go in for internships, that we can easily organize trips in for Broadway shows and sporting events and things like that, and take advantage of all that the city holds while not being a city school even remotely, as you can see. So we like to think we have kind of a best of both worlds situation going on. Our seniors wake up in their beach houses and go intern in Manhattan for the day, which is obviously a pretty good deal. Just to give you an idea of where we fall on the map right here, like I said, close to New York, also only a quick Amtrak ride away from Boston, from Philly, and from DC. Fairfield is also a Jesuit institution, which is a huge, huge part of our identity. So that means we're Catholic. The Jesuits are an order of Catholic priests with a real emphasis on education. Obviously, we don't have time to run through the whole Jesuit doctrine, but the 2 things that I think are most important to mention are being people for others and the idea of cura personalis. So being people for others, that's like the backbone of everything that Jesuits stand for, and that's a huge part of our mission at Fairfield. Being people for and with others, both on campus and through service. Service is a really big component of the Fairfield experience, something about 75% of our students are involved in. And then cura personalis is a Latin phrase which means caring for the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. So that's another big part of your Fairfield experience. Making sure that you are growing in every possible way in your time at Fairfield, and not just focusing on the academics, but really helping to cultivate the whole person, giving you opportunities to grow and develop in every way throughout your time. And I think both of those really lend themselves to the strong community that we have at Fairfield, a really supportive, inclusive, family-like environment, which is the reason that a lot of students choose Fairfield, because of that family feel that they get on campus and the strong community that we have. Here's some Fairfield facts and figures for you. Fairfield has about 4,000 undergraduate students, which I really think is the perfect size. It's small enough that we have an average class size of about 20 students, student faculty ratio of 12:1. So really great personalized classroom experiences and the opportunity to build relationships with your professors. But Fairfield also, is large enough that we kind of have a great national reputation. We're Division I for athletics. We have about 70 study abroad programs, tons of great majors and graduate programs as well. So I think our size really lends itself well to all the aspects of campus, having a super tight-knit community and a really small school academic feel, while also giving you all of the university opportunities that you're looking for. About 1,100 grad students at Fairfield as well, definitely primarily an undergrad institution, but we have a lot of great 4+1 programs for students who are looking to do an accelerated master's program, and those are really popular. to quickly kind of give you an idea of our majors at Fairfield, we have 47 undergrad majors across our 4 different academic divisions: College of Arts and Sciences, Dolan School of Business, our Egan School of Nursing and Health Studies, and our School of Engineering. Our Arts and Sciences really acts as everyone's kind of home base, because Fairfield is a liberal arts school with a liberal arts core curriculum. So all students are getting that great liberal arts foundation, which is so beneficial in every field and every discipline, every career. So it's really going to help you and be your best friend no matter what. The Dolan School of Business, definitely becoming one of the programs that we're known for. We have a brand new business building on campus that we're so excited about, and our proximity to New York City definitely helps with giving our students internship and career opportunities and making it easy for companies to come up and recruit our students. The Egan School of Nursing and Health Studies, our nursing program specifically, is the #1 nursing program in the state of Connecticut, and definitely a program that we're getting to be known for. Outside of the nursing track, we also have social work and public health majors. So if you're thinking about the healthcare field, it doesn't have to be nursing or going to med school. We have a lot of different options to explore under that healthcare umbrella. And last but not least, our School of Engineering, which is our small but mighty program. It's our youngest program, so it is our smallest, but our students get such great hands-on experiences with classes of 8 or 10 students, and the opportunity to really get that hands-on, getting their hands dirty, whether that be for our mechanical engineers or for our computer scientists, getting the opportunity for those hands-on experiences that's so important in engineering. So quick bullet point on just these 4 schools, but these are all the majors that are available to you, and you don't have to select your major at Fairfield until the end of your sophomore year. So really, all of these are your oyster until then. Okay, our application requirements: Fairfield is on the Common App. We only accept the Common App, but that makes your life easy, makes our life easy. Obviously, with the Common App, you just fill it out and give us permission to look at it. Your high school transcript, obviously required. We are looking closely at your grades and your GPA to make sure that you'd be a good academic fit at Fairfield. Also really looking for rigor within your curriculum to make sure that you are ready for college level courses. Your counselor recommendation is your only required recommendation, though you're welcome to send more from teachers or coaches or whoever else. And the personal essay on the Common App, that's the only writing sample that we have. We don't have any additional supplements. So your personal essay is really your time to shine. No pressure though. Optional components: Fairfield is test optional. We have been for years. It was not new this year, and it will not go away next year, or probably ever, hopefully ever. So no need to worry about that. Interviews are an optional part of the process, but something I highly recommend. It's a good way to show interest and learn more about the school and help us get to know you better. So really a win-win-win. This is our profile for our current first-year class to give you an idea of the students that we've accepted in the recent past. Average GPA is about an A-, high B+, A- range. And we're looking at that in the context of your high school, of course. And those are our middle 50% of standardized test scores, if that helps you decide whether or not you want to submit your scores. But again, we've been test optional for years. It truly doesn't matter to us. This year, we had 60% of our applicants apply test optional, and we're still building an incredible class. So totally up to you whether or not you want to include those.
And I apologize, Haiti, but we have to move on into our final Q&A session.
Sure.
So if I could get all the representatives to join me again, so that we can do a very quick Q&A session. And we're going to go in the same order that we presented. So if I can invite back Endicott College. And the first question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, definitely a tough time for it, but my standard advice is always to try to get on a campus. I think it's the best way to get a sense of the community and kind of find that sense of fit. I know it's not an easy time to get on campus right now. I know a lot of schools aren't doing, tours and always available. So if there are virtual options, but really trying to engage with the community, I think it's such an important part of that.
Great, thank you so much. Next up is going to be Seton University.
I would say some advice: really figure out what you're looking for. Whether it's a big school or small school, I think having an idea of knowing how you thrive best personally and academically will help you with your college search process, and it will help you narrow down schools that work best to help you succeed.
Awesome, thank you, Rachel. Next up is going to be Marymount Manhattan College.
I would advise you guys to do research on external based scholarships. There are a number of foundation and organizations just out there sitting on money to give students, and a lot of students don't know about that and they're not applying to it. So, and it could be for simple things like, yeah, you're left-handed, you're in first generation, you have curly hair, simple things like that. So definitely do research and see what you can apply for. Apply to as much as you can, and then do research on the institution to see how many they're accepting, if they will accept all your external, or if they'll only accept about 2 or 3. So definitely do some research on external based scholarships.
Awesome, thank you, Tess. Next up is going to be Iona College.
Yes, I would say that you guys have so many wonderful resources already at your fingertips, your college counselors, your school counselors. Go to them if you're really not sure exactly what kind of school you're looking for, or if you know the kind but don't know which ones. You have amazing resources literally already right at your school. And I would say the same for reaching out to the staff once you decide on schools you're interested in. I think Rachel mentioned earlier, it's so important to reach out to your admissions counselors. They're an awesome resource as well. So I'd really encourage you guys to just use the resources you already have at your fingertips.
Awesome. Thank you, Julia. Next up is going to be the College of Mount St. Vincent. Andrew might be having some technical difficulties, so we'll wrap up with Fairfield University.
My advice, kind of going off of what Julia just said, would be to reach out to your regional counselor at the universities you're interested in. It kind of works in both ways, that you can get good information, get the answers to your questions during the process, maybe even before you apply to a school. And it also shows us that you're interested. And for a lot of us, demonstrating interest is really important. So I think that's a win-win. Definitely, it's our job to be there for you. So don't be afraid to shoot us an email.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And folks, that brings us to the end of our presentation. So I just want to start off by saying thank you to our panelists for being here and sharing all their thoughts and all the fantastic things about their institution. And of course, to our audience for being here and just knowing and thinking forward to your future. Once you close this window, there's going to be a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. There are more sessions to be had, so don't be shy and sign up for more. And in about a week, you can find the same recording at strivescan.com/SFP. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day, evening from wherever you are right now.
Thank you.